Well, the federal government is set to shut down tomorrow night. That is your top DC Daily headline for September 29. We are less than 48 hours away from a federal government shutdown tomorrow night. Now, President Trump is set to meet with the top Republican and Democratic congressional leaders at the White House today after suddenly canceling the meeting with top Democrats last week. Republicans want to keep spending the same by passing a short-term deal to keep the government open through November. Democrats say they won't pass the bill unless Republicans reverse their cuts to public broadcast, Medicaid, and the Affordable Care Act. Now, analysts say those health care cuts could mean costs could nearly double for millions of Americans. President Trump says if the government does shut down, the White House plans mass firings of federal employees and not the historical usual furloughs and return to work. President Trump meeting with Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today to talk about a potential Gaza peace deal. Citing humanitarian concerns, Netanyahu is facing increasing pressure internationally to end the conflict, with several UN delegations walking out on him as he took the podium at the General Assembly last week. Netanyahu has said the invasion of Gaza will not end until all Israeli hostages are returned and Hamas is defeated. The president posted to social media on Sunday he's confident that a peace deal will be accomplished. President Trump will speak at this week's military summit. Department of War Secretary Pete Hegseth has summoned hundreds of high-level generals and admirals from around the world to meet at the military base in Quantico on Tuesday, the same day that the federal government is set to shut down. No official agenda or reason, though, has been released. Also, President Trump will be meeting with top congressional leaders today from both sides of the aisle, one day before the deadline of the federal government shutdown. Now, Republicans are looking to pass a temporary spending deal that would go through November, but Democrats say they won't support the extension or a new spending bill unless Republicans reverse their cuts to public broadcast and health subsidies, and cuts to Medicaid. Now, a deal does have to be made by tomorrow midnight to avoid the government shutdown, and the White House is promising mass firing of federal employees who are employed if elected officials can't keep the government running.